All right, and we back. It is One Piece chapter 1134 to 1136. Now, this is my little catch up stream. I've been missing One Piece, and so without further ado, let's get into it. Obviously, the last chapter that I recorded a reaction to was 1133. We had a nice little reunion between Nico Robin and Jaguar D. Saul. Unfortunately, my audio was a little messed up for that one, so that one had to get excommunicated. But today we're here to right those wrongs. Well, not right those wrongs, but let's just keep it rocking and rolling, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, chapter 1134 starts off with a nice color spread from Ichiro Oda, of course. And we got a big ass Frankie right here. This is like the Frankie Shogun 1000 right here. This is like Frankie's final form. And just seeing Oda still create color pages like this just warms my heart because you could just feel the fun and excitement that he still has drawing this manga, even if he has some personal issues that he has to deal with on the health side from time to time. And hopefully, he gets all that stuff in order, and we could just have a great year of One Piece coming up. So let's keep going. What we got here? Next page, next page. And I am reading the Viz translation today. We support the official release. Old Man Saul. All right, so we starting off. We got Luffy talking to Jaguar D. Saul right here. Old Man Saul, a long time ago, you did a great favor to one of our youngins. Thank you kindly. Begging your pardon. Okay. Where did... Yo, I was about to say, like, since when Luffy talking like this? He said, where and how did you learn that? Or somebody else said that. Was that Zoro? I can't see here. Well met, good sir. This is Luffy. And then Saul laughs and he says, yeah, I know about Luffy. He's famous. So you found him after all, huh, Robin? And she says, I did. I just as you said, I found them, Saul. I found the true friends who will stand up to protect me. We'll protect you for life. And all those Straw Hats are like crying and stuff. I love it. Yeah. Their camaraderie, one of the best in fiction, you know what I'm saying? So listen, all you friends of Robin's, thank you for coming all this way to Elbaf. Sorry about the surprise and all. I rehearsed it over and over with my assistant Ange. Years ago, I was in the Navy, so I know what a big deal the Four Emperors are. Thank you so much for keeping Robin safe. All I can say is keep it up. And, Luffy's obviously like, hee hee hee, you bet we will. Hey Saul, it's me. You? Who's you? And how are you flying? I'm Vegapunk. And he's like, huh? Because obviously the last time he's seen Dr. Vegapunk had a big ass head and was an old man. Or creeping into old manness at that point, I guess. Alright. Is this what you wanted? Also, the last chapter, obviously, the full Straw Hat crew kind of reunited together. So now we got the whole gang of people. Ah, yes, perfect. And Jinbei is given some kind of Vegapunk contraption to her. Oh, allow me. And Gerd grabs it because, it's just like looking like a Lego block to her. to her. Vegapunk requested that we bring this all the way from Egghead. What's inside? This? Me? A Vegapunk clone? Luffy losing his mind, obviously. A perfect recreation, not like we satellites. This was the me who came here 20 years ago. Holy shit. How is him from 20 years ago fitting in there when his head was as tall as damn near Saul is? Don't you think the government would have been suspicious if the Stella had left his lab for months at a time? That's pretty crazy. Anyway, I snuck him out in a vat of biofluid, but I don't have the facility to safely extract him. That's why I intend to settle down here and build a new laboratory. Okay, I kind of was wondering this at the end of the Egghead arc, what was going to actually come of Lilith, and I guess the makeshift amalgamation of other Vegapunks after that arc was finished. I wasn't sure if they were going to potentially go to Wano and help deal with the small fruits. That was kind of a big talking point at Egghead, whether or not that was the thing that Zoro wanted to talk to him about. Or if they were going to stay here or potentially continue with Luffy throughout his journey. Anyway, Lilith, does that mean you'll be able to make my daddy all better? And this is Jewelry Bonnie saying this. Of course, Bonnie. Yay. If you're really Vegapunk, then I'm delighted to see you again after 20 long years. But I can't wrap my head around it. Why are you a woman? Yo, good questions to be asking, Saul. But you know, it is 2025 now, so you know. But anyway, oh, who cares? I can explain later. Mr. Saul, are you done now? Can we go play? And it's like the little kitties, I guess. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for your help, kids. Normally, this spring is a playground for the children, so we had to ask them to stay quiet for Mr. Saul's little one-man act. You did all of that, and she saw right through it? I mean, who's surprised? Robin is very perceptive. Obviously, also, as you can see on the screen, I got Yamato here with me. Let's continue. We didn't get our cover story, but I'm sure within the other 2 chapters we will. Forgive the late introduction. I'm Mr. Saul's assistant, Ange. Owl librarian, Saul's assistant, Ange. Sorry to talk down to you like this. We run the best library and school in Elbaf here. That's nice. See, it's good to see that, you know, Saul is there and he was able to create a life for himself, and he's helping the next generation of giants become smarter and more in tune with the truths of this world, you know? All right. I can show you around if you'd like. This place looks fun. And they just run off, of course. You know Luffy and Usopp. This is where warriors of Elbaf get their elite training. That's the Walrus School, where the children of Elbaf learn. Saul founded it 20 years ago at the behest of the former king. Okay, yeah, let's get some Saul backstory going here, all right? We want to know what's been going on with our guy before we initially seen him in the Water 7 flashback, and his lobby flashback, and in, you know, since then. Wow, that looks so neat. So it's basically a warrior training ground, right? Huh? And it's like a big treehouse with a bunch of like swings and pulleys on it. That's pretty cool. So long, Ange and I'm gonna say Ange and Gerd. Show them wherever they want to go. I'm gonna give Robin a tour of the library. Let's go, Chopper. I'm more curious about the library. Are all the books huge too? I haven't been in a school in ages. I bet you haven't, Brooke. Old ass. Like, and I'll protect you, Nami. Of course, you know that Sanji got to be Captain Sava. You know what? I'm curious about this island's giant tree. Frankie's saying that, and Jinbei's like, facts. All right. Pipsqueak humans catch them and take them prisoner. And so the big ass giant kids are playing with Luffy and Usopp, as they should, and Zoro. Luffy's just having a good time. He's like, da ha ha, it's the land of giants. Zoro's like, should I slash him? Because Zoro's always just like, should I break my sword out now? Not yet, Zoro. And then Usopp's like, yeah, I guess kids are meant to be brats. Stop that. Don't chase the humans around. Sorry, and don't say pipsqueak. That's funny. Are these brats really from the village of warriors? Hey, you're not supposed to call us brats. Wait, this is weirding me out. Listen, you can call us pipsqueak humans. It's fine. And you guys are you gonna go out to sea one day and fight ruffians, aren't you? No, we're not that. No, we're not. That's dangerous. What? Aren't you guys the next generation of Elbaf warriors? Don't call us guys. Oh, because it's one chick, I guess. It's not in anymore. Okay, interesting. So I guess clearly what Usopp in particular is about to find out is that his fantasization of Elbaf and its culture and the warriors that it creates is actually going to be subverted here as time goes on. You know, all things change in each society, and so the one that he knows of is one that was spoken to him by Dory and Broggy, two people that haven't lived on the island in over 100 years to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Or around that time, I believe. So we're about to find out the truth of what current Elbaf is really like, clearly, from the ground up. Whose voice was that? It was an adult. What do you mean it's not in anymore? You should probably move. You're gonna get yelled at. You're standing on top of Miss Ripley. LOL, they looking for her. They standing on top of her ass. We're on top of a giant? Sorry. Ha ha ha, it's fine. You're not heavy. Is this shocking to you? When the warriors of Elbaf were ransacking the world, that was 100 years ago. Exactly. So Ripley, Walrus School biology teacher. Interesting. And she got a fire ass tattoo. I'm rocking with her already. Let's keep it going. And the rest of her design is fire too. You see, I like when Oda starts getting in his bag like this. I want to see how many more unique characters we're going to see in this arc. Insults, violence, pillaging, war. That's just not the world we live in anymore. And, you know, I kind of seen this coming. Welcome. I heard about you from Saul. You must be the Straw Hat crew. Oh, there they are. Sorry, our brats are so damn annoying. Hey, your tone of voice? Miss Ripley, that's mean. I teach by negative example. The great King Harold once said, "Don't fight other countries, trade with them." He got into many arguments with the village chiefs and their traditions. King Harold? Usopp asked her. He was a great king who tried to reform this country and was killed by his own son before his dreams could be realized. Is his own son Loki? I'm going to assume yes, just with no other information. But let's see. But the country refused to give his son the throne, and so Elbaf has no king now. Okay, so this is the last king, basically. That's crazy. Okay, history lesson over. Go and show them around the school, kids. Yes, Miss Ripley. Go on now. Why aren't you in your white-haired form, Captain? I was looking forward to that. Oh, that's my free form. Luffy is hilarious. Yeah, I miss reading your dialogue, Luffy. There's a warrior who looks like that in Elbaf's mythology. Oh yeah? It made my heart race. We're the last generation of warriors here. Oh, so you've already heard most of the story. Basically, I fled for my life and managed to get here to Elbaf. But I couldn't help but worry about the books. Those scholars gave their lives to protect. This is Saul talking, obviously. So I asked Hajruden's crew to take me back to Ohara. When I found all of those tiny books clinging to life, I wept. Come on in, Robin, but watch out for that book. Yeah, because the book big as hell. Oh, what the? Oh wow! So the book went from being tiny to basically blowing up to size. Interesting. Ain't it something? All those books are now giant-sized. Every book you bring in here turns huge. This is the wondrous Owl Library. In here you'll find all the texts that Ohara protected 22 years ago. Wow. We searched all over the island to find every last one. You can check. They're all here. And Robin is just like, this shit is just blowing her cat back right now. This is the world's best library, as she thinks. This is her thinking back to Professor Clover when she was a child and him asking her if she liked books. I can't believe I finally get to show this to you. Man, my heart is warming, man. As a long time One Piece reader, this is really hitting home for me. Meanwhile, in the underworld, yes, you're almost as bored as me. Am I bothering you? Nah, I could use a conversation partner. This is Loki talking to somebody over the Dendenmushi. And I've got all the time in the world. Are you still traumatized by that experience you were telling me about? I am. Even now, the memory makes me tremble uncontrollably. There's no transponders now. Cold resistance, speech recognition type, okay? Hurts me to hear it too. I've never met you, nor seen you, but through some twist of fate, we've long been friends. Okay, who's this? If I were there in your place, I'd have razed it to the ground and killed them all instead. I was hoping for that much, and that's why you're so weak, Shaggy. Okay, Shaggy's on the phone. Okay. In case you didn't realize, it's obviously Shaggy that's on the phone. Okay. Listen, You don't want to let these fools get away, and you put them down for good, or they'll come back for a vengeance. Why, thank you. What? I've realized recently that those fearsome words of yours hide your kindness. Okay, you see, now I still didn't think earlier on that Loki was gonna be like some kind of crazy villain, to be honest. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I feel like this is all just like a front that he's putting on at the end of the day. Don't make me sick. How dare you suggest such a thing? I have not. I'll not have you sassing me like this. Me, kind, never say that again. Please don't shout. Shut up. just you wait until I get these chains off, Shaggy. All right, so who's Shaggy? What? Okay, okay. Let me start in the top right corner. Let me start in the top right corner here. Western village of Elbath. Okay, no, this isn't Shaggy, but I just got. All right, let's keep going. Hey, the feast hasn't started yet. We're just drinking as we wait. That's a little too much. So then there's a big blast of black lightning that comes down on this castle. And we got just, I guess this is on a different part of the island. It's showing Dory and Usopp partying. But meanwhile here, we see two people in black cloaks. And they were summoned by one of these summoning circles. Oh my god. And one looks like Shanks. And the other one is probably a woman. Whoops. The other one is probably a woman, and she has her face covered. Oh my god, is this the end of the chapter? Oh my god. Okay, that's the end of the chapter right there. Wow. Let's get right into the next one. Okay. 1135, Friends Cups, and okay, Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 21. I'm different now. And we see Tama kicking the hell out of what's my man's name? Hold'em, which is a nice full circle moment for her, because obviously at the beginning of Wano, she was captured by Hold'em and Luffy had to save her. But now she could make quick work of him by herself. All right, so starting off the next chapter, we got Bonnie and Chopper in the library. The letters are so huge, I can't even read them like this. Biblo's the one who lords over this library. Who? He's been around here for centuries, I hear. All we know is that owl up there will make any book that enters his territory grow to enormous size. Interesting. So we got an owl here that looks basically like the owl that used to be in them old Tootsie Roll commercials. His name is Biblo, and he's the owl library chief librarian. So I wonder if this owl has some kind of devil fruit, or well, obviously you can't have two devil fruits, but okay, we'll just see what's going on with this, I guess. Because Elbaf ain't affiliated with the world government, we don't get news coups here. But you can read little newspapers the fishermen get while at sea. I suspect it's a growth owl that's eaten the grow fruit. Okay, Vegapunk. It can cause any inorganic matter to grow. The perfect power for a land of giants. Interesting, okay. But I'm mostly like, why does this owl seem to have sentience? But I guess we'll find out in a little bit. So does it take you back? It does. I wonder if they have medical books. They do, but most of it is archaeology and history. We've got some medical books here from Elbaf. Here in Elbaf. Wow, I want to see them. But they were always big, so they can't shrink down. Okay, so the owl could make them big, but he can't shrink them down, I guess. Okay, we got Luffy and I assume Usopp playing with the giant kids. They're on a big ass swing, and you know they're doing what they do. Woo, this is great. I love this giant swing. Very straightforward, Luffy. Very straightforward. Oh my god. I'm like, why does this look like this? It says I'm so Bobby, and it's because Nami just knocked the hell out of Luffy and Usopp, as she, tends to do. Those children were terrified. I tried to stop him. Whatever, they were having fun, Nami. You kind of party pooping right now. Wow, Miss Gerd, they're scaring us. Okay, so they did scare the kids, but it's like, whatever. That's what you do when you play with kids sometimes. Hey, a warrior shouldn't be crying. It's pathetic. Stop it, Luffy. The children here are raised to be kind and well-meaning and pure. Huh? Sanji says. Oh, you smug little brat. Is that just a universal trait? That's funny. I'm really sad about this, Usopp. I know how you feel, but we can't complain about Elbaf trying to live in peace. I found you, Straw Hat, Luffy. Okay, so they're still playing with the kids basically right now, and I'm ready to see what, like. Can we continue with what happened at the end of the last chapter? Like, hello. And okay, this one kid tries to hit Luffy with a sword, and the sword breaks, and Luffy uses an elephant gun just to scare him, I guess. But Usopp's like, take it easy, Luffy, because Luffy going a little too hard right now. He really shouldn't be going that hard. Because again, even though they're giants, they're kids at the end of the day. And Luffy was whooping giants before he even had any gears to begin with, way back in the pre-time skip. So anyway, at least someone here's got some backbone. Honestly, Luffy is doing this because, you know, he wants to make sure these kids aren't just like soft, because the world ain't gonna be soft to them, you know. But let's keep it going. We hate violence. That was awesome. I could totally, and you know what? This is the kid that we saw earlier in the Egghead arc, that was basically really enamored with Shanks. So it makes sense that him and Luffy are also going to have some kind of connection in this arc. That was awesome. I could totally tell you're an Emperor of the Sea. We hate you. We hate you too, Colin. We're going to go with Colin here. This is wild. This is, oh, no, I'm sorry. The wild child is here. You don't even go to school. Shut up, losers. I hate you sniveling weaklings too. All right, good. So I low-key agree with Luffy, though. Someone with some backbone, for real. Okay, so now we're back with Ripley, and she's saying, there you go, causing trouble again, Colin. That was a really good swing, though. Oh, here. If it's your favorite, Mom. Oh, so Ripley is his mom. Okay, from Mato. What? Mom? You mean Ripley? You're not teaching him the same lessons your school is? And yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes, you know, if you're a teacher, you have to have a specific standard for the kids that you're teaching in your class. But when it comes to your own kids, you can freaking do what you want for the most part. He should probably apologize about the sneak attack, though. My dad's a human, you know. Oh, snap. His dad ain't Shanks, right? Anyway. Huh? He used to be a pirate. Oh, he used to be a pirate. Okay. He can even hold his own against Elbaf warriors. Your father's a human. Who's his dad? Is his dad freaking Scoffer Gabon or something? He keeps sulking that he's the only one who ages, and that's why he won't marry me. That's funny. So I've always been his common law wife. Damn, they using common law wife in One Piece. That's crazy. Who does this guy think he is anyway? Gua. Even the library is so cool. The books are all huge. Luffy. I want to catch up with Saul, so I'll stop by the feast later. It'll be fine. Their feast all day. No. Their feast all last 3 days and nights. I'll stay too. Okay, got it. So who's staying? Chopper's staying as well, I think. Don't worry about me. I've got to go ask for permission to put down roots here. That's me too. So okay, now we're at the part of the arc where, you know, everybody got back together, and now they're about to split up again. And I'm sure while everybody split up, the main part of the plot is going to change within the next chapter or so. Okay. Listen up. Turns out this whole island is an atom tree. That makes sense. It's the ultimate tree whose wood I used to build the Sunny. Yeah, there are several atom trees in the world, but this one by far is the oldest. I'm gonna soak in the majesty of the jewel tree. All right, Frankie. All right, you guys, fine. We'll go back first. I'm about ready to starve by now. Of course, Luffy only has food on his mind at this point. I have a request for everyone. What is it, Gerd? Let's continue. Okay. Oh, nice. They got, okay, so now all the Straw Hats that didn't have their wardrobe change already now do have one. And let's take a little look here. Who do I like the best out of all these? I think, honestly, I got to give it to Frankie. They always got to give him some kind of cool change to his character design. Brooks is looking pretty sleek as well. I'm liking that. Robin's, they could have done a little more with Robin here. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. I think that everybody, and then of course Jinbei. Jinbei's is cool because he has the whatever this is, some kind of serpent or something on his belt. Like that's fire. The only person whose design I'm not really a fan of in this arc so far is really Zoro. But let's keep it going. They're all just saying, yeah, I really like these costume change, yada yada yada. And okay, now we get into some shit. Let's see. Arus Castle, Western Village, Elbaf. Pipsqueak humans, how did we let you get in? We failed as guards. Are you in the Straw Hat crew? You must be if you're in this country. And whoever this is, the chick that was summoned in, that just had the hood and the bandages, she's just goes ... We're looking for the person named Loki. So are they about to bust him out? Yo, that is crazy if that is the case. This gotta be Shanks' twin brother also. That's with her. Anyway, Loki, what do you want with a criminal like that? He killed King Harold, beloved by all the people of the realm. He's the scourge of Elbaf, and no one's in this castle. Then where is he? Answer me. Can't tell you that, just in case you mean to free him. So, you will not say? Nope, sorry. And then, I don't know, they powering up? What is going on here? Da-da-da-da-da, whatever that means. And both of the guards are like, huh? Hey, what kind of joke is this? And what is going on here? What the hell? Is he on fire? Like, what is going on? He dropped to his knees, I think. Hey, what's wrong? And he's like, does she have like a gravity power or something? Like, what? And his face is just down to the ground now. Behave yourself, you insolent lout. Did you think I asked you a question? So this got to be the God's Knights, right? This got to be the Holy Knights, basically, because they speak in like there's some celestial dragons at the end of the day. I gave you an order to answer me. And, only they have this kind of mindset where they believe anybody that doesn't just do exactly what they say is just like an insolent person. Hey, what's happening? Oh, man, yeah, I'm glad I'm catching up on One Piece. This shit kind of getting fire. This shit kind of getting fire. Western Village, Elbaf. From the distant East Blue, we have come at last to this place. Excuse me. We have come at last to this place. Hey, that's the Straw Hat crew. The land of giants at last. The kingdom of the world's strongest giants. And, Luffy and Usopp are just souped. They just happy to be there, It's been hundreds of chapters in the making, so I totally get it. We're glad you're here. We've been awaiting you. And it's Dory and Broggy. These are the Pipsqueak humans who understood and protected our warriors' pride. The ones who freed us from a prison of our own ignorance. Who saved my life when I was in danger of vanishing into nothing. That's cool. We get to see all their giant friends that they made over time, and now we finally get in this feast. But usually these feasts are at the end of the arc. It's kind of interesting that we're starting with one, but it's the culmination of Little Garden, of Annie's Lobby, of Dressrosa. You know what I'm saying? That's brought us to this point. So it makes sense for them to, do this for these people that they already have established relationships with. But anyway. Elbaf welcomes these little friends to our land. They might be small, but don't overlook them. On the sea, Straw Hat Luffy is a great pirate, one of the 4 emperors. He was front and center in the Great Wano Incident, where that monster Kaido and Big Mom fell in battle. To the Straw Hats, we raise these friends cups. Okay, friend cups. Hey, this is the name of the chapter in the chapter. I like that. All right. Let's keep it going. Bo-ha-ha-ha. I can hear them from here. Looks like the Straw Hats are back. What? You're the giant they had captured back in Sabaody. The very same. Stanson at your service. In Sabaody, the giant that they had captured back in Sabaody. I'm gonna have to check that, look back into that because I don't remember that off top. When I heard from Hazrudin that he was under your lead, it felt like fate was at work. I will repay this debt to you. Thank you. Okay. Well, they give me a little refresher. Anyway, a Stanson refresher. Abducted while napping, this old friend of Hazruden's was nearly sold off at the human auction hall. Okay, this is one of the people that Rayleigh saved, I guess. Luckily for him, the Straw Hat crew wrecked the auction for an unrelated reason, and thus he escaped. Yeah, the unrelated reason was him punching the hell out of freaking St. Charles. Okay, I see. Hey, I'm glad you made it out. Everyone having fun? And this is one of the things, I'll say this in a second because this is the last page. I hear we've got some little guests. Look at this giant. He's walking like, he's like a walking hill. Beard Hill Jarul, hero of the giants, oldest in the world, age 408. Chief Jaruls come all the way to the village. Hey, old man, there's a sword stuck in your head. This is funny. Not to worry, the helmet saved my life. That's pretty crazy. He just got a sword going through a helmet in his head. It's going all the way through. So basically, if that gets removed, you know what I mean? That's just basically a part of his anatomy at this point. But what I was gonna say was, this is one of the biggest strengths of One Piece as a story, is the fact that it doesn't matter at what point in the story that a character is introduced, they can always still be built upon later on in the story or play a role later on in the story, regardless of how small the character may seem at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, it's 2 chapters down. Let's get into this last one. Chapter 1136, The Land That Awaits the Sun. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest, Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 22, A Mysterious Base Deep in Udon. And I wonder whose base this could be. You got the head of Who's Who basically on the top of it. So an interaction between Yamato and Who's Who, like, low-key, I'm down for that. Anyway, so let's see where that goes with the next chapter. But continuing on, we got Luffy absolutely eating down moose that he says tastes like a dinosaur. And we got Beard Hill saying, I'm surprised you got one. Moose is delicious, but the beasts are very fierce. I'd risk any danger for the man who saved my life. Well, that's nice. Very nice of you, Hazruden. Thanks a bunch, Hazruden and Stanson. I'm glad you like it. It's not often that humans come up here to the Sun World. Usually they don't know how to get here, so they just assume the underworld is Elbaf and end up fleeing. Makes sense. Really. But Ors was a vicious warrior whose story has been passed down through our history. That's right. He was 3 times the size of any of you, and the man who finished him off was me. Usopp, yo. Usopp is too much. Yeah, Captain Usopp. That shit got me weak, bro. I can't lie. Your skin is really blue. Folks are even more colorful at Fishman Island, like all the fish in the sea. I hope to see a mermaid one day. Everyone's just kind of astonished by the fact that Jinbei is, a fishman. They're beautiful. They're beautiful gentlemen. The mermaid inlet is like heaven on earth. Okay. I feel like I'm ascending to heaven just being in the presence of so many giant angels. Sanji. You're so cute. I'm drowning in beautiful women. It don't really matter what island Sanji goes to, that's kind of what happens. And what are you then? And then they're basically trying to figure out what the heck going on with Brooke, obviously. I've got the What Am I blues, and he's singing and playing his guitar, as he is known to do. A toast to the wonders of the vast world. Kind of surprised at how many giants haven't ever gone to sea. Yeah, that's facts. I thought all the giants on Elbaf were pirates. What is this? What is going on? Ultra rare Nami, ultra rare Straw Hats. Forgive me for my earlier indiscretion. This got to be, what's his name? No forgiveness for you. Make sure you apologize. This is awakening something in me. Punish me, Gerd. Yeah. So this guy's just a big Sanji, basically. What's his name? Road? Something like that. Don't worry about it. Nobody died. But only because Usopp stopped us from fighting back. If not for that. And Zoro got the face like, yeah, you be out of here right now, my friend. Your head would have left your shoulders. I love it, Zoro. And he got this guy looking shook, as he should be. Anyway, don't you know what their bounties are? You don't stand a chance against them. That's facts. And the next time he tries something, you just go ahead and do that. Gerd is hilarious, yeah. You don't understand. That was a dream. That's held by everyone born in Elbaf. We all wish to be the sun god and rule the world. Okay. Sun god, ... And Zoro's brain is working right now. Don't be a fool. The sun god isn't a ruler. Yeah, he's a god of liberation. No, a god of destruction. Wrong. He's a god of laughter. And, you know, as mythology and stories in general that are passed over generations so happen to be like in real life, obviously, as it's exchanged from word of mouth from one generation to the next generation, it gets changed. And so we're at a point now where everyone kind of has their own idea of what the sun god is. Not only the different races themselves, like giants, the Skypians, etc., but also within the actual subset that is Elbaf. I'm sure it's the same thing with Skypia as well. Anyway, they're brawling now. What's this about a god? Elbaf is home to an ancient religious text known as the Harley. Okay. Because it is so ancient, there are so many interpretations of it. Yeah, basically. It continues to be passed down even though no one can translate it anymore, hence the confusion. According to the Harley, the world has twice been destroyed in the past. And in each case, the presence of Nika, the sun god, is closely tied to it. Nika, ... Luffy thinks. Is he the hero who appeared to save the world from disaster? The destroyer who lays waste to all? He appears when the world is about to undergo a great transformation. Therefore, the great and mighty of the day always fear Nika's arrival. Oh yeah, Nika. Bonnie was talking about that guy. Because he is the god of the sun, it is those who, without hope, who seek him the most. Nika wears white clouds around him and appears with white hair, clothes, and jolly laughter. That must be why everyone said I remind them of him. And he's just like looking wide-eyed at him. But that has nothing to do with me. Luffy is hilarious, yo. Come on, don't ruin all the fun, Straw Hat. That's hilarious. Because this is basically like Oda saying this himself to Luffy. Everyone born in Elbaf. Oh, what the heck? Idolishesh Nika? What the fuck? Growing up. Oh, idolized, I guess. Nika growing up. I don't know why it says that. Though I won't defend whatever that moron Road was doing. Even Loki and the late Herald, in a sense, are the result of attempting to be Nika, perhaps. You don't have to rationalize Loki's actions that way, Chief Jarul. Oh, Loki. Is Loki a good guy? And literally everyone in unison is like, absolutely not. He's the accursed prince. Even before Loki's birth, King Harold prophesied that he would be killed by his own son. Shortly after he was born, he killed the royal family's lucky horse. That's crazy. That was the same year Linlin killed Chief Jarul, the legendary warrior. Damn, they just had two baby kids just walking around, messing everything up. The country was beset by natural disasters, and the queen passed just a year after giving birth to Loki. He made the underworld his playground, using his innate strength to kill and control the vicious animals down there, then unleash them on villages. At just 10 years old. Arson, devastation. Loki's many pranks threatened our lives. Between his status as a prince and his cruel personality, he made our lives hell whenever King Harold was away. And then, worst of all, what's worst of all? Loki killed Harold, the greatest king in Elbaf history, right in his own castle up there. The kind and radiant king who tried to connect Elbaf with other countries of the world that were so terrified of our warrior-like ways. Chief Jarul was there and tried to stop Loki. That's when he got stabbed in the head. That's kind of crazy. This helmet saved my life. The helmet didn't do anything. That's funny. It was about 6 years ago, I believe, that red hair caught Loki rampaging at Seafrost. Okay, so Shang stopped him. Interesting. Kind of implied earlier in the arc, but it's not surprising, to be honest. Oh, I heard that Shanks is here. He was around a little while ago. I don't know where he went, though. And Zoro's drinking and thinking to himself, ... Meanwhile, on the outskirts of town, or later on maybe, I thought it was weird how fidgety you were. This would explain it. That guy killed the king. The whole country hates him. Obviously, everything he told you was a lie. But he said, okay, so basically, Zoro was thinking about why Luffy was reacting the way that he was. And he asked him later on, and Luffy explains everything that Loki said to him. And Zoro's just like, yo, he's playing you for the fool, which I'm pretty sure he is. I'm just basing it on his reputation. I didn't see the guy. I'll tell you everything I know, including where Red Hair is now. If he's lying, I'm not letting him go. I'll beat him up instead. Yeah, that's the funny thing about Luffy, yeah. I wondered why you were sneaking around and it's Nami right now. Have you guys ever gotten to your destination without me? Listen up, Luffy. I'll get the keys to his cuffs, but we're gonna decide if he's telling the truth or not. Got it, thanks. So, why is he here anyway? He's my servant now. It's an honor. And Nami doing what she does, yo. Now she got Road on her side. Road is clearly trying to make Nami his new gird. But I'm servant number 1, and Sanji's servant number 2. Got that? Of course, how could I forget Zeus, right? What a stimulating torture method. You zapped him? No, I'm weak, yo. You know, I think we share a lot in common, both being navigators. Never tried to close the distance between us again. Nami be putting her foot down, yo. I feel bad that we're taking the star of the show away. Did you try any of this mousse yet? They're all properly hammered now. They won't even remember what the feast was for. It's such a shame that the treasure in the castle will be disappearing. What do you think, Road? My eyesight is poor. I doubt I would even be able to tell it's gone. That's why you're here, Nami. Huh? Your eyes. Yeah. So that's what this is about. Okay. Yeah, let's get to the shits now. The underworld. All right, I take your point, and in that case, I refuse. You think I'm going to spend the one life I have stooping to the level of trash? Gee, thanks for the invitation to the most noble knighthood in the world. So what are you then, celestial dragons? This is crazy, bro. Where's the intel from? The agents dispatched to Elbaf sent one last transmission. That a giant crow had appeared. Nothing since then. Oh, that's that big ass crow we saw earlier? We don't have any dirt on him. But now that I hear him for myself, he is supremely insolent. Okay, she got 2 different colored eyes. That's kind of cool. Holy Knight Gunko. Okay. Show me what y'all about to show me then. What the fuck? We should simply erase him. Yo. Don't get ahead of yourself, Gunko. Nah, this shit wild, yo. This shit is wild right here. Doga, haha. Gobble them up, wolf. And so the big ass dog comes back out. Oops, sorry. The big ass dog comes back out. And Gunko's like, you breathed on me. And she uses some kind of arrow ability that's really similar to the one that Emu used on Cobra when him and Sabo were in the room where when him and Sabo were in the room with trying to escape the room with Emu and the elders. Okay, there we go. And she's using this arrow type ability and it ties up the dog and then shoots through his head. Like, holy crap. Wolf! If we offered to spare his life, what would that change your mind? You're offering me a deal? In that case, Your fate is sealed, my friend. Die and be at peace. Yes, I'll be sad as well as angry, but a warrior doesn't quibble and whine about his way of death. That's crazy. Instead, I'll feed on this rage and use it to bring the world to ruin. That's crazy, yo. All this is really crazy. That's the end of the chapter. The gods, knights, holy shit. They was trying to recruit Loki, which is interesting because that makes me wonder what the origin is of all of these holy knights and if all of them are celestial dragons or if some of them are recruited like how they were trying to do with Loki here. But they didn't realize, Loki don't give a damn, He just cares about what he wants at the end of the day. So he's like, I don't care about any celestial dragons or what y'all want anyway. Gunko very much gives celestial dragon energy all the way around. Her ability is cool too. Interesting. I'm really curious about that. I want to see a fake Shanks also, because clearly he's a clone of Shanks. Clearly this is who was talking to the elders in that one scene, because he's got the hood and everything that they're wearing here. It's going to be really interesting to see if he has some kind of devil fruit ability or if he's just evil Shanks literally. But I'm going to assume yes. I can't wait till the next chapter. Honestly, I'm not mad that I waited to react to all three of these in one go because it built upon it. And this old version of Nika is also interesting. I think that it's pretty obvious Luffy's just going to play the same role, but he's just going to be successful. And yeah. What are your thoughts on the fact that the Elbathians aren't really a race of warriors anymore? And let me know your thoughts on Evil Shanks and on Gunko and her ability. And yeah, what do you think is going to be the point of Loki's character basically in this arc? Because I'm curious about that. And who do you think the boy's dad is? I'm leaning towards Copper Gabon for now, and I think that he's somewhere on this island. But yeah, One Piece is great. Yeah, I'm gonna keep continuing to react to these, and you guys have a great day, weekend, and all that good stuff. Goodbye.